Okay, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to talk about strategic importance of India in South Asia, and this topic is very important when we talk about CSS IA paper 2, in which you have to discuss about the foreign policies of different countries, including India, Russia, UK, EU, and Pakistan, of course. So India is very important country in South Asia, and this topic is very important because whenever you discuss about South Asia, you cannot ignore India because India is the largest country in South Asia, largest economy in this region, big population, and of course, they are the dominant power in this region in South Asia. They are also well connected with major powers like United States of America, Russia, Israel, and of course the European Union. So we need to understand about India, its historical importance, its current situation, that why India is important in modern times. So if you look at the history, you will understand that India is not a new country. It's there for centuries, and under the Mauryan Empire, Chankya Kautiliya, who was considered as an Indian strategic thinker, he actually helped the Mauryan king to establish the largest, biggest ever Hindu empire in the subcontinent. And this empire was such a huge empire that it lasted for many years. So Chandragupta Maurya, he established Mauryan dynasty, and this was the largest ever Hindu empire. Now that thinking is still there in the minds of Indian strategic thinkers. And Chankya Kautiliya has always been there, you can say, proponent of their strategic thinking, and his influence has always been there on the Indian foreign policy, on the Indian defense policy, their strategic thinking. So we need to understand that particular perspective as well. So in next lecture, hopefully I will also talk about Chankya Kautiliya and how Chankya Kautiliya's Arthashastra is still relevant in modern times in the Indian strategic thinking. So, India is not, a new country. It's a centuries old, you can say, civilization, and it is there. And because of that, it is considered as very important. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometers and total length of coastline, including Andaman and Nicobar Island, which is about 7,500 kilometers. So it has got a huge maritime boundary. It's a maritime nation from three sides. It covers, its maritime boundaries. Like, for example, it has got three commands. First command is there in Visakhapatnam, which looks after Bay of Bengal area, and then you have got this area is Bay of Bengal, and here they have got Visakhapatnam command. Another command is there in Kochi, which looks after the Indian Ocean wider region, and the third command is there in Mumbai, which looks after the Arabian Sea and all these areas. And this command is actually focused on Pakistan. So from three sides, it is surrounded by, covered by, it has the access to maritime, and it's a maritime nation. And you know very well that what is the importance of maritime nation. You are open to the world. You are not relying on any country, like for example Afghanistan, Central Asian countries. They are landlocked states, so they are relying on Pakistan. But in case of India, India has got a huge maritime boundary and huge land boundaries, 15,200 kilometers. The Indian landmass has a central location between East and the West Asia. So it is there in between East and West Asia. West Asia is, of course, this area is called West Asia, Arabian and Persian Gulf, and East Asia, of course, the Chinese. They are, considered as East Asian countries, and these countries are called as East Asian states like China, North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and two or three others. So basically, India is strategically located in South Asia, but it shares border with the East Asian country China, and as you can see here, right here, it is sharing a huge border with China. And then it has got border with the Nepal, Bhutan, which is these are the South Asian states. They are small, but not that significant politically, but still they are there. And Myanmar and Bangladesh. Myanmar is actually a Southeast Asian country, as you can see here, Myanmar. It's a Southeast Asian country, and which gives India access to Southeast Asia as well. And of course, Bangladesh, which is a South Asian countries. So India also share border with significant border with Pakistan, more than 3,000-kilometer border, and they are also, having a small scale, you can say, proximity with the island states like Sri Lanka and Maldives. So basically, this is the Indian landmass. It's a huge country, and because of its huge landmass, they are well connected with the regional powers and extra-regional powers. So all these countries in the region, India is there in between, and they have to pass through, seek permission from India if they want to cross this region. Especially if you look at Pakistan and Bangladesh, which was East Pakistan before. So this was one of the reasons that Pakistan lost East Pakistan, because it had no direct land boundaries, and India was in between there. And because of that geographical vulnerability, Pakistan lost that part in 1971. So India is a big country, and it is there in South Asia, and all the land routes and air routes, and it passed through this particular region. Now, let's quickly look at the population of India. It has got a huge population. According to 2021 stats, their population is about 1.39 billion. And when we talk about population, your population is actually sometimes it is boon, and sometimes it is bane. Sometimes it is beneficial, sometimes it is not beneficial for you. For example, if your population is skilled, if you got a skilled labor force, so automatically that part of population will contribute in your economic growth. Like, for example, look at China. So Chinese have got a huge population, 1.44 billion people, and they also have got huge labor force, and which is a skilled labor force. And that is the reason that China is now the second largest economy in the world. But India, they also have got a huge population, and they have got 500 million population, which is below 35 of age, which means they have got huge population, which is young, and they can contribute in the economic growth of India. And that is the reason that India is growing exponentially, and they have improved their economy in recent past. Currently, in 2021, according to IMF, their economic growth was close to 11%, which is phenomenal. So if you look at the population-wise, distribution or distinction in India, 970 million Hindus are living in India, and which means India is predominantly a Hindu nation. And this is the reason that they are very powerful. Hindu society is very powerful. BJP and all these organizations which promote Hinduism, they are dominant, and they always win elections. Muslims, they are the second largest minority in India. They have got a population of about 190 million, maybe more than that. But still, they are minority, and they are subjugated in India. They are not freely practicing their religion. Along with that, you got 20 million Christians, 19 million Sikhs, and many other religions which are there. So it is a big country with thousands of different ethnic groups and different religion, and different thousands of languages are being spoken. So basically, it's a big population. If you look at India, India has more than 50% of their population below the age of 25, and more than 65% below the age of 35, which means they have got young population, and that population can contribute in their economic growth. It is expected that in 2020, the average age of an Indian will be 29 years, which means they have got young population, and as compared to China, which is 37%, and Japan 48%. Japan and China, they're East Asian powers, and they are, China is second largest economy, and Japan is fourth largest economy with $5.8 trillion. But their population is aging, especially the Japanese. But still, they are, they're good. The Indian population is young, and it is expected that this population would contribute in the economic growth of India in future. India also has got a huge diaspora in other countries. Like, for example, they got a population 25 million strong Indians. They are living abroad, United States of America, in the European countries, in Middle Eastern countries,